Today we will discuss about logic propositions and its validity and definitions.
First, we define proposition. What is proposition? Propositions is the basic element of logic. It is a declarative sentence that is either true or false, but not both. If a proposition is true, then we say it has a truth value of true. If a proposition is false, its truth value is false. For example, grass is green and 2 plus 5 equals 5 are propositions. The first proposition has the truth value of true, and the second false because 2 plus 5 equals 7 and not 5. Another example, the statement 1 plus 1 greater than 3 is false. Write the statement 5 greater than 3 is true. Both statements are propositions.
However, not all sentences are propositions. Questions, exclamations, command, self-contradictory sentences, or paradox can neither be true or false. Let's take a look to these examples. Are you going to school? This is not a valid proposition because it is a question. There's fire. This is not a valid proposition because it is an exclamatory sentence. Close the door. It is not a valid proposition because it is a command. I'm going to school at 3 p.m. yesterday. Clearly, it is a self-contradictory. Remember, questions, exclamations, command, self-contradictory sentences, or paradox are not valid propositions.
In addition, an imprecision or poor sentence structure is also a factor that affects a proposition. For example, it is very bright is not a proposition. This is impossible to verify because the it word doesn't have a precise description or not determined. Another example, it is beautiful. Another example, it is not really healthy. Also, x is greater than 2, where x is a variable representing a number. It's not a proposition because unless a specific value is given to x, we cannot say whether it is true or false, nor do we know what x represents. The statement x is greater than 2 will only be valid if it says x is greater than 2 if x is greater or equal to 3. Statement that we cannot say whether it is true or not are not propositions.
Let's test your understanding about propositions. Read the following statements and determine if it is a valid proposition or not. Statement number 1. The room is not clean. It is a valid proposition because it is a declarative sentence. Statement number 2. It is very expensive. It's not a valid proposition. 3. Can you get me a glass of water? It is not a valid proposition. 4. X plus 5 equals 10 is not a valid proposition. 5. Take the shot. It's not a valid proposition. 6. Proposition is a basic element of logic. Statement 6 is a valid proposition. 7. Write down your name. It is not a valid proposition because it is a command. 8. Questions are valid propositions. It is a valid proposition because it is a declarative sentence. 9. X is equal to X is not a valid proposition because X is not determined. 10. The leaves are blue is a valid proposition. It is a declarative sentence.